We come at it from a very different angle. We are not your typical firm that's been around for 20, 30 years, whatever it may be, which I look at as a strength, not a weakness.
David and I not only grew up together, we went to law school together. He had a similar pivot like I did in terms of where we went, but we both left law school and went to different fields. And when he returned to New York, it was my best friend that I could do something with.
What better than to do business with, be a partner with someone who you've known all your life, and we have a shorthand, and we've learned a lot of the same lessons, albeit in very different ways. I wouldn't have done it otherwise.
And I just knew that this was the next phase in my calling.
Yeah, I was going to say, even though at best you only have 16 months, you do have to leave that end.
It's going to be a boutique firm. We want to be hands-on with the operations in terms of setup, function, growth, and even to merger, acquisition, sale, or buying another company.
I think the way we approach it is with an eye towards working way beyond just the deal. Investors, startups, entrepreneurs of all sorts can see us as the central sort of common denominator among them and enrich everyone's business experience and life experience even.
You lose it if you go to a different movie.
We got to cut.
Yes. Cut.
It's important for people, if at all possible, to make their passion their work in some way, shape, or form. And it's kind of culminated to this point where I think a lot of people who see this go, oh yeah, that kind of makes sense. Even though we never would have thought about it a couple of years ago.
The paths are just, you would never think it, right? One went to LA, did the whole Hollywood scene. I went straight to Wall Street, the entire finance scene, how those two worlds could eventually come back and intersect based on a childhood friendship. It'd be very hard to predict that.
It's kind of a simple equation. How far are you willing to go, for your work and how for your business? And I think he worked harder and smarter than anyone else.
When David is passionate about something, it comes through in everything he does, and I found for what I chose, that would be the biggest ingredient to success. You have to love what you do and then go at it that way. And that's, I'm reaching for stuff, because I'm trying to think what's out there, because I really don't know.